Do you know, as a leader, every action, decision, or word that you say creates an impact, whether it's intentional or not? For example, when I was a T6 instructor, back in my Navy days at Moody Air Force Base, I had this one student I flew with. And so this student, he was struggling, and it was the beginning for their first solo. And he was struggling throughout the whole time. So I was gonna fly his flight before his check ride. And so I flew with him. And he didn't do very well. He struggled. And so when we landed, I was debriefing him. And in the Air Force, you debrief pretty much in an open space. But as I'm debriefing him and telling him what he can improve on and everything, and the fact that he was going to fail the ride or hook the ride, as we say, you can see he was visibly upset. His body language just stiffened. Visually, he was just getting red and he was getting upset, and I could tell he was becoming overwhelmed. So I said to him, I said, hey, let's go into the commander's office, flight commander's office, and let's talk. So we go in there. As soon as I close the door, he breaks down. There's tears. We could kind of say it's an ugly cry, but he's going off. He's frustrated. He's like, I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna do it. And he just rants, and I allow. And I go like this, and I listen to him for the next 5 or so minutes as he's going off. And then when he's done, I look at him and I go, are you done? And he just looked back. He's like, yes. I said, okay. Number one, you're not going to quit. And I go into a series of very pointed, one-way transmission talk with him. And we talk about the fact that I know you're struggling. I know this is a hard time. I know this is the first time you've ever felt like this, but guess what? Congratulations. You're like the rest of us. We have challenges sometimes that we can't quite get over. I said, but that doesn't mean you're going to fail, and I'm not going to let you quit. And so this is what we're going to do. We're going to learn from this one, and then tomorrow I'm going to fly with you again before I send you to your check ride. And we're going to clean up these items. And you're going to do better. And you're going to finish this program, and you're going to do well, and you're going to select what you want. You fast forward to months later, during the graduation ceremony, the selection ceremony, he selects. He doesn't end up at the bottom of the pack. He's not number one, but he's somewhere in the middle. And I will tell you, it was a significant improvement from the beginning. And so during the celebration, he comes up to me at one moment. Maybe there was alcohol involved or not. But he's like, ma'am, I'm here because of you. And, he's just so happy and emotional. And he's like, I promise I'm going to pay it forward. And that was the moment for me, as an instructor, I realized that the things you say and do will have this ripple effect, and it will carry on beyond you, beyond my time in the military. Because he's still probably in, even though I'm retired. But he has probably given at least one chance to someone who felt like their world was coming to an end. They felt like they couldn't do it, that they were going to quit. And he will be that voice to that person to say, you're not going to quit. You're going to do that. We're going to fix this for you, and you're going to be successful. And that's what leadership is about. Leadership is not about having power over someone or saying nasty things because you can and you can get away with it and do things that will upset people. Sometimes you may have to as a leader, but most of the times just do it because, just wave your hand. I'm in charge. This is how it's going to be. It's all about planting those seeds that will one day grow into a beautiful flower. And you never know how that seed will grow, but it's about planting seeds. That was the beginning of my realization, is that my words matter, the way I approach people matter, the way I motivate people matter. and that I could inspire people to be the best versions of themselves, that they could be better, that they could perform better, and that one day they'll be in a position to do that for maybe not one, but maybe 4 or 5 people. And I think nowadays people need to revisit that leadership lesson. Remember, as a leader, it's not about control. It's about the influence that is going to outlast you. Being a leader is about planting seeds today for future leaders tomorrow.